Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the first walkthrough from MediEvil, the remastered version. But before I continue talking, let's watch the entire intro.
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Xerok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia in the battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Well, like I said in one of my explanation videos, I have already tried to play this game for me to test it if it was even worth the while. And I can say, with all honesty, that this game is an exact duplicate of the old version from the PS1. That is. The only thing I had to the only thing I didn't count in was that it was going to be in English. I always played the game in the German language, so it was getting used to the language situation, but for all the other stuff it's exactly the same as far as I've played it. And well, the graphics have improved, but the game itself is still the same, and I love it for that. Okay, let's be honest, he's really ugly. If not, comment in the reactions below, and I can't imagine anyone saying he's not ugly. Ah, in the old version you could hear a bell clanging in the church. Not sure if I said that right. Who cares? You know what I meant. Where's my coffee? No. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh yeah, this village is one heck annoying place to get to. Well, not getting to it, but the level itself is pretty annoying. Once we get there, you'll know what I meant. Oh, you could, from with Zarok's face, you could totally make a meme out of it. Zarok, eat a Snickers. Why? Because you turn into a fiend if you're getting hungry. Better? And then he turns into some kind of hero from another game or from this game, I don't know. That's still to be made a choice. Better. Well, as you can see, I already have a load game, but we're not going to do that. We're going to start with a new game, and then we'll start at Dan's Crypt, and then to the graveyard. So without further ado, let's get this adventure started with part 1 of MediEvil, the remastered version. Well, I'm just going to act as if this is the first time I've seen this. But every time I play this, every time I see this intro, that thing, in the old game or in this version, it's like from... Okay, that was a cheap shot. You didn't even get to combat. You're already dead. Ah, well.
It has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better. Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
Me too. Well, like I said in the explanation video, okay, for those that don't speak Dutch, I'm going to explain what I said down there. I'm going to make videos like this, but then I'll make sure that they're only 15 minutes or less, and not. And I will try to drop a video once a week or twice a week, depending on how it goes. I never read these books, not in the old version and not now. It does give you some explanation, but if you already know how the game works, then, like I said, it's exactly the same. So I'm not going to bother. Alright. Oh yeah, one more thing. Like I said, I'm going to drop 1 or 2 videos a week. And they will all be 15 minutes or less, and then I'll try to keep it in that time schedule so you can watch it easily instead of you seeing a video pop up with like half an hour time. Alright, see this brick wall? For now we can't get through just yet, but once we get a hammer or a club, we can. But for now, we leave it alone. And so, we get to the crypt. Out of this crypt. And into the graveyard. Gallowmere. The sound effects are still the same. I love this. Well, let's get to it. getting hungry. After this video I'm going to get some food. Or I end up like Dan. Skeletal being. Alright. I checked the internet for, actually the trophy list. It seems there is a trophy for if you destroy 100 tombstones in a walkthrough. But we'll see if that's the case. Because if that is, then I'm going to get it. Because I'm a trophy hunter. I mean, I did Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for 100% walkthrough. So now, let's do it again. Tombstones. Come on! If I'm not mistaken, I have 4 minutes remaining. We'll see. Oh, as you notice at the top right screen in the corner, there's a percentage building up. For every enemy I slay, the percentage will grow. And once it reaches 100, I can grab the Chalice of Souls, which will grant me access to the Hall of Heroes, and that will give me new items. Mostly a weapon, but sometimes they can also grant a life bottle. How did you install? Oh, okay. But and sometimes they also grant gold, but gold is my least favorite reward, to be honest. I mean, I can just go back to this place or dance crypt to get lots of gold. Okay, I need to stop this. Come on, you fuckhead. That's the way. Alright. Now, before I jump down there, let's get up here. See this gate? We'll get back to that once we have done the mausoleum. For fuck's sake, how could you miss that? Okay. Now let's get the chalice and let's get the hell out of here. In fact, now I can just leave all the other enemies alone, because they're not even worth the time anymore. But then again, I still have tombstones to destroy, so let's get to that business. Is there still a tombstone here, though? No. Alright. La 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 la. Shocking lack of respect. There we go. Odd wound 100, I think 50 or less, but not 100 then. Right. Let's see what you have to say, my friend.
Tread softly. Zarek awaits beyond these gates. The master meets with the demon from the mausoleum, hatching plots of purest evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
I'm not I don't know what it is with the gargoyles, but they remind me of Yoda very much. Not sure if I'm the only one though, but we'll see. Right, after we've done the Hall of Heroes, I'm going to save the game. And
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes,
I forgot.
where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think
Sounds
you're
boring.
worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
Eternity, wrestling, drinking, and feasting. Sounds kinda boring if you ask me. I would like to be left in peace. Alright.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardak, a clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
It's so weird that this is a crossbow. First time I saw this one, I was like, wait, is that a crossbow? Are you fucking kidding me? Doesn't look like a crossbow. But then again, it's a fantasy game, so anything is possible. Well, once we reach a map, I'm going to end this walkthrough, part 1, and then I'll see you next week, or maybe this week again. Depends on if I had the time. Well, see you next time, my great fans, for another walkthrough from MediEvil, the remastered version.